Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another processing video. This one is for the Scrap 5 challenge, and here's the list. I need a scrap lift, a hearts, cardstock background, splattering, and stamping. And here's the picture I'm going to be doing. It's me and my husband. And here is the scrap lift that I'm going to be getting my inspiration from. It is from Dolly. And I'm going to be using my counterfeit kit for the month of February. And I'm just showing you all the different papers. There's my cardstock, some beautiful, beautiful papers in, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of each one of these. So let's get going. I forgot, here are the stamps I'm going to use too. Okay, so I am going to take, and I'm cutting different widths of this paper, anywhere from 1 inch down to, I think I go as small as a 1/4 inch. Yeah, right there. And all the sizes in between. And I'm just taking each one of these papers and trying to figure out how I want to cut them off. You just taking a tiny bit off of each one. And I just love Dolly's layout. I loved her video when I was watching it, and I'm like, oh, this one is perfect. So thank you, Dolly. And here are the stripes or strips I end up with. I am going to cut my picture down to a 4x4. We don't need the tea bottle in the picture, so I was able to cut that out, and it doesn't cut out anything important in the picture, so that's nice. And then I'm going to back the picture with some white paper, and then one of the pattern papers that I cut the strips off, that black one, I'm going to use it and do a thin black border around and to double map the picture. Just like that. So remember, Scrap 5 is a hop. There's a lot of people that participate in it. I think there's at least 7 of us that do it each month. I'm pretty positive. It is so much fun, though. I love the challenge of it. So make sure you go check out everybody else that plays along with it. And yeah, it's just so much fun. So here I am roughing up the edges, and I did it to all of them. I just didn't have it all on camera because it's the same thing over and over and over again. But I roughed up the edges on all the papers, and then I start stacking them underneath the where the picture is going to be right here. My ATG was giving me fits this whole night I was working on this. Oh my word. I just ordered some new tape, so hopefully that fixes it. I think it has a, I think the little cartridge inside got bent, and so it's not staying on the track, and so it's just falling off all over the place. So I've been taking and using a little bit of foam from the dollar store. It's the thinner foam, and I'm going to pop this black one up just like Daisy did in hers. I actually stick really, really close to what Daisy did because it is so cute. I add a little more stamping and then of course some hearts and stuff. But I didn't vary too far just because the reason I picked this one is I loved it so much. Okay, here I'm going to put in some of my stamping. This is I can't remember what stamp set this is from, but it's just a little wreath, and so I'm going to stick it behind the photo and in a couple different places. She did it twice, and one in each color of her stamps, and it turned out really cute. I think I end up doing it 5 times behind the picture. I start with just the one time, and then I decide it needs more. So I put it a little lower, here because I don't think my stamp was as big as hers either. Um, but and then later, I think off camera, I come in with one more, and you'll see that I think in the close-ups. So now I'm going to come in, and each spot that Dolly put a little flower, stamped flower, I'm going to put this what you call it, wreath in each of those spots too. And it just gives it a little base for the flowers to sit on, I thought. And it just, adds my own little touch to it. And I like the way that it turns out. So I got that all done. And I will leave Dolly's link in the comments below just so that you could see this original scrap lift too. I get out my little positioning tool here, and I'm going to stamp out some of these flowers, and I'm going to stamp them right onto this gray pattern paper. She stamped them onto some like words, like a scripty paper, like newspaper type print, and it's so cute. And I didn't have any in this in my kit this month, but I did have this gray paper, and I thought it would work perfect, and it does. I love the way it turns out. So I end up doing 3 of these flowers. I think I only do 2 on camera and then 1 with the leaves, but this shows you how I wasn't able to get a really good impression, but I can go right back and stamp it again, and it gives me that beautiful imprint of the flower without me having to try to line it all up. It just stays nice and lined. And this is a very, very cheap positioning tool that I found on Amazon. I think it was like $12. So the hinges are broke, so I have to be careful with it, but it works. That's all that matters. So here's where I'm putting the leaves in, and there you go. And I end up doing, like I said, 3 of these, and get them all cut out. And now I am going to paint each of the petals in the red, but I'm watering it down really good because I just want it like a pink tint to the flower. And then I will come back in with yellow in the centers. And I'm leaving the leaves just that gray. I think they look really good in the gray. So I'm going to get all 3 of these done. And here's the yellow coming in. There we go. And I just think that they turned out really cute. It's hard to see on the pink background that they are pink, but as soon as I put them on the layout, you can tell that they're pink. Okay, so get this picture all here down here. So now I have my stamping done, I have my scrap lift done, and see how pink they are? They're so cute. And what else? I need to do splattering was the other thing on the list. So I'm going to come in and just with some black watercolor paint, and I'm going to do some splattering around each of the flowers that I just put down. That big water droplet, I think I pointed out here in a second, that's all it is. It's just water. And so I let it dry, and you don't even notice it at the end. But yeah, I didn't even notice that I dropped a huge big old thing of water on the page. So yep, right there. All right, I have this little hexagon punch, and so I take one of them and I'm just cutting off the ends of it, and it just makes it a little bit smaller hexagon. So I'm gonna put those in the same spot that she had those little hexagon cork stickers, And now I'm coming in with my hearts. And I am putting 3 hearts in each of my clusters. And they're just the little tiny puffy hearts that I picked up at Walmart, I believe it was. But I just love these hearts. They're so cute. Now, my title is going to be My Love. And I'm using 2 different alphas that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I just think that this works out really cute. I love the gold and the pink together. And sorry if you hear my dog in the background. He's like pacing, wanting my attention. So I'm getting everything here down that I have put on here. And I just did all of this on a white piece of paper that I'm using as my cardstock, but it isn't actual cardstock. It is just a white paper, but I will come in with a cardstock and adhere this whole thing down to it. It's just I don't have any more white cardstock, so but I wanted this on a white background, so you'll see that at the end too. So I'm putting my journaling lines down, and I actually do some journaling on this. I was very proud of myself. So, all right, here's where I think I got everything on the thing. Here's the actual cardstock. So I'm getting this so that I can just adhere this whole thing to it, and that way it's not so flimsy, and it is part of the Scrap 5 challenge. So I think I got everything on there. I'm double checking, and yep, I got everything on there. So here is my layout. There's my journaling. And thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this one. And make sure you go check out everybody else that is doing Scrap 5 this month. See you next time. Bye.